Hi everyone, and welcome back to our weekly counseling moment. I'm Miss Pierce, the school counselor from Collins Roads Elementary School.
And I'm Miss Smith. I'm the school counselor at Meadow Lake Elementary and St. Elmo Elementary. We're so excited to be back with you guys this week to have our weekly counseling moment. Before we get into today's lesson, we're going to do a short recap of what we discussed last week. Last week we talked about worry and anxiety and feeling afraid or nervous about certain things. We discussed maybe some things that make us worry, like going to a new place, meeting new people, trying something new, maybe some disagreements.
Disagreements, test, or going to like a birthday party, or things that are new to us. So new adventures and new experiences.
Yes, and those are things that can cause us to worry sometimes, or maybe disagreements, or maybe something going on at home that might make us worry. So we discussed what makes us worry, what it is, and how we can deal with it. We discussed, or Miss Pierce read a book about shrinking our worry spot and making it into a peaceful spot. And we did a great activity that would help us breathe and deal with that anxiety. We also discussed several different ways that we can cope with our worry and anxiety. And those included exercising, taking a nap, drawing, coloring, listen to our favorite music. Lots of different things that we can do to help our worry. And so today we are going to jump in to self-confidence and acceptance.
Okay. And self-confidence, so what is self-confidence? Self-confidence is believing in yourself that you can do anything you put your mind to. And acceptance is accepting yourself where you are when you are. And so being able to say, you know what, I didn't do my best, but that's okay. I'm going to try harder next time.
Yes, and self-confidence is something you might have heard maybe in a story, or you've heard a teacher or a grown-up say it before, and that just means believing in yourself, being okay with who you are, what you look like, your abilities, all those things. And that goes along with acceptance as well, accepting who you are and who you were made to be, because we are all totally different in this world. We are not exactly the same, because you know what? If we were, our world would be so boring if we were the exact same. So learning to be confident in who you are and who you uniquely are, which means you're one of a kind, that is self-confidence, and that is acceptance. And we can learn to accept ourselves as who we are, as well as other people. This means showing kindness to someone, even if they aren't as good at math as you are, or making new friends, even if maybe they're better at basketball than you are, and showing kindness to everyone, no matter who they are or what their abilities are.
Sometimes it could even mean agreeing to disagree. So we don't all have to believe the same things. We don't always have to agree, on every single thing. Sometimes it's okay to agree to disagree, and that, you know what, I see your point of view, it's different from mine, and that's okay, and we can still be friends.
Yes, that might even be conversations you have with your friends about who the best football player is, or what your favorite show is, right? You don't have to argue about that, right? You can say, you know what, you might like that show, but it's not my favorite. I have a different one.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. So, or just being, accepting each other for who you are and how you were made. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. And so I'm going to read a story, and this is a wonderful book, so I hope you pay attention. And it is called I Am Enough. And it's written by Grace Byers, and it's illustrated by Keturah A. Bobo. Okay. Like the sun, I'm here to shine. Like the voice, I'm here to sing. Like the bird, I'm here to fly and soar high over everything. Like the trees, I'm here to grow. Like the mountains, here to stand. Like time, I'm here to be and be everything I can be. Like the champ, I'm here to fight. Like the heart, I'm here to love. Like a ladder, here to climb, and like the air, to rise above. Like the wind, I'm here to push. Like a rope, I'm here to pull. Like the rain, I'm here to pour and drip and fall until I'm full. Like the moon, I'm here to dream. Like the student, here to learn. Like the water, here to swell. Like the fire, here to burn. Like the winner, I'm here to win. And if I don't, get up again. I know that I may sometimes cry, but even then, I'm here to try. I'm not meant to be like you. You're not meant to be like me. Sometimes we will get along, and sometimes we will disagree. I know that we don't look the same. Our skin, our eyes, our hair, our frame. But that does not dictate our worth. We both have places here on earth. And in the end, we are right here to live a life of love, not fear. To help each other when it's tough. To say together, I am enough.
I love that book.
I know, it's so cute. So what I want you to focus on is the words, I am enough. Okay, and that really sums up what we were just discussing about self-confidence and acceptance, okay? Understanding that you are enough, who you are with all of our different talents, all of our different personalities, all of our different characteristics, our hair, our eyes, our skin, the way that we're built, whether we're short, whether we're tall. You are enough the way that you are, and you are special just the way that you are.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some ways that we can love ourselves. Sometimes it may be hard for us to see our potential and to see who we really are. I know for me, when I was growing up, it was really hard. I may have saw a girl, I have really, really curly hair. So I may have seen a girl with straight hair, and I was like, man, like I just look horrible. Like I am just not as pretty as her. I'm never going to be popular like her. So I would just always put myself down. And as I grew up, I realized that I'm made just the way I was meant to be. And so that's another reason why I love that book and I love this lesson. And some of these things that we're about to talk about. So ways to love yourself. The first one I want to talk about is I am statements and positive self-talk. This is something that we've been practicing at my school for the past 2 years. We always use I am statements. And so every morning during the announcements, we always say one I am statement together, and it's usually this one. I believe in myself and all that I am. I know that there is something inside me that is greater than any obstacle. I feel like that one is especially important now and especially relevant because we're facing so many obstacles right now. And if you don't know what an obstacle is, it's
something that's hard to overcome.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a difficult situation.
And so, especially now with online learning or getting your lessons to the TV and doing a packet without your teacher there, or maybe even as a parent working and trying to teach your child, you can always overcome obstacles. You just have to believe in yourself and speak life into you. So make sure you're speaking into yourself. I am smart. I am good. I can overcome this. I am enough.
Yes, I can do hard things. That's something where I exercise, one of our trainers really preaches that to us, is I can do hard things. So if something's difficult, there's a math problem, tell yourself, I can do hard things. You can get through that. Or if you're missing your friends, I can do hard things. I can get through this. And when I get to see them again, it's going to be so exciting and such a great time.
Yep. Another way that you can love yourself is to eat healthy food and exercise. We've mentioned this during every single one of our lessons. The biggest way to love your body and to love yourself is to give it the fuel it needs. So if you're eating a lot of junk and putting a lot of junk in, you're not going to feel great. So you really have to make sure that you're taking advantage of the Yummy Meals Mobile County is providing for you. You're eating healthy, eating your fruits and veggies, and exercising, making sure that your body is getting everything in that it needs so that you can feel awesome.
Yes, and you can do the best that you, be the best that you can be and feel the best that you can feel.
You can also draw or paint. I mentioned this during our first lesson. Not only I'm not a very good drawer, but when I when I left my house a couple weeks ago, I saw some kids outside painting a mural, or actually they were using chalk on their fence. And when I came back, it made me feel so good about myself, because not only were they allowed to express themselves, but I was like, man, I can appreciate them. And like, wow, that is such an awesome talent that they have. I may not necessarily have, but I can appreciate and accept them for who they are, and for sharing a little happy. So even drawing and painting can help you express yourself.
And if that's a talent of yours, you can look back and say, hey, I did a really
Look
good
what I
job on that.
did. Yeah.
That's something I'm really good at.
Yeah,
That's
look
a
what I
great
did.
way.
You can also have a dance party. I love dance parties. I have them at school all the time. So when we're feeling kind of down about ourselves, I'll put on some really fun music, and I'll just go crazy and just do all weird dance moves. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what others think of me, because I'm accepting myself as I am. I'm not the best dancer, but just being able to freely express myself and getting that worry and anxiety and stress out helps me to appreciate who I am. Taking a bubble bath. I'm not really one for bubble baths, but I tried one the other day and it was awesome. It helped me just be able to relax and enjoy who I was as a person, and just slow down for a minute.
Yeah, relax and think about your day. Let the worry of the day, the stress of the day, just kind of melt away.
Yep. Watching your favorite movie. We're doing a lot of work right now. And sometimes you just have to take a minute to say, you know what, I'm putting this down and I'm going to do something I love. And I am a movie person. And so one day, you know, or at the end of the day, I'm just saying, you know what, I'm going to eat my dinner, I'm going to watch a Harry Potter movie. So sometimes you just have to chill out.
Miss Pierce loves Harry Potter.
I do.
If you don't know Miss Pierce, she loves it.
All my kids at Collins Road know it too. And then go for a walk. This is one of my favorite activities. I've done this every single day since we left our school building. I take a walk around the neighborhood every single day. It's not only a time for me to get a little bit of exercise in, but it's also a time for me to enjoy the things around me. I see families playing with each other in their yards. I'm able to see maybe dogs running around in their yards. I'm able to experience nature and just take a minute and just give myself a chance to unwind and just think about all the great things that are around me and appreciate myself.
Yes, absolutely. So another great thing that you can do to love yourself and to help yourself relax is lying outside and looking at the shapes of the clouds. This might seem kind of silly, but we've had some beautiful weather
Yes.
the past few weeks, and it hasn't been too hot. So go outside, lay in the grass, look up at the sky and look at all the different shapes of the clouds, right? Maybe you'll see a bunny, maybe you'll see a car, who knows, right?
Yep.
Go outside and get outside and just allow yourself to think happy thoughts, to look at the clouds and just relax, right? That's a way you're loving yourself through allowing yourself to relax and to unwind.
And that's actually an activity you can do with your brothers and sisters or other members of your family. Miss Smith and I may be looking at the same cloud, but we see different shapes or, different animals in them, or we may just see different imagery in them. And so she could say she sees a dog where I see a dinosaur, and that's okay. We're able to accept each other's creativity.
Yes. You can share your feelings with someone that you trust. That's a really great way especially if you're feeling down about yourself. Maybe, you have tryouts for sports and you're really nervous and you're really doubting your ability. You're being hard on yourself. Well, I'm not good as everybody else. I can't do this. I'm not going to do this. Finding someone that you trust, whether it's calling a friend on the phone or talking to one of your grown-ups in your household, that can help us feel better about ourselves. And you know what? Getting a different perspective can help you accept who you are and the talents that you have and believe in yourself. I know that, when I talk to Miss Pierce sometimes and when I need help with things, she helps me feel much better about the situations that we're facing or things that are going on. So having someone that you can trust in talking to them can be a really helpful way to accept who you are and believe in yourself, as well as maybe you can be the person listening to a friend or a family member and they trust you to come to you and to talk to you about what they're going through. Another great activity is making a gratitude list or a gratitude jar. And you might be saying, what is gratitude? So gratitude is being thankful for things, showing that you are grateful for something. And so showing gratitude can really help us to say, you know what? I might be having a hard day and doubting myself and speaking negative things into my brain, but let me take a second and think about what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my grown-ups that I live with. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my teachers. I'm thankful for having a house. You know, any of those things. You can make a list, or even if you have an old jar sitting around the house, maybe y'all like to eat pickles in your house and they're all gone. You can clean it out, wash it out, and, you know, write on little pieces of paper, or maybe you don't know how to spell yet. You can draw a picture of things that you're grateful for and put it in that jar. So on the days that you're having a rough day and not feeling so great about yourself, you can open it up or look back at your list and see the things that you're grateful for. Remember, oh my goodness, you know what? I have so many great things in my life to be thankful for and grateful for. You know what? I'm doing a great job where I am.
That's also a really good family activity. So as a family, one night you can come together and just write things that you're grateful for, and then throughout the week you can pull one out and you can read it. So say, I am thankful for the good weather, and you can talk about things that you can do in good weather and things that you can do in the yard. And so it's just a really good activity as a family you can do to remember what you're grateful for.
Absolutely. You guys, you've heard us say this so many times now, but exercising, I promise you, maybe you enjoy sitting inside watching movies and playing on your Xbox or your PlayStation. That's awesome. I know you guys love to do that, but I promise you, if you will just get outside or do something active, even if you're running around doing jumping jacks in your living room or something, it will help you so much to focus more on your studies, and it helps you just feel better. It helps your emotions. It helps with the way our bodies and our brains deal with emotions and hard situations. So whether it's going on a walk as a family outside or exercising outside, maybe your grown-ups are exercising at home right now since all of our gyms are closed. You know, maybe help doing that with your grown-ups. So if you see them doing exercises, you go out and do that with them. There's tons of different ways that you can get exercise in for at least 30 minutes a day, and I promise you it will really help you feel good about yourself, and it can help you feel accomplished. You know, if you were able to, let's say, walk a mile or maybe run a mile, that's a huge accomplishment, and you can feel very proud of yourself. You can be very proud of yourself, and that's just another way to accept yourself and to love yourself. You can list the things that you like about yourself. Similar to the gratitude list or the gratitude jar, you could keep a jar or a list of the things that you like about yourself. And we're actually going to talk about an activity in just a minute of how we did this, or a way that you can actually do this if you don't want to make just a list and if you don't want to make a jar. But writing things that you like about yourself. It can sometimes make us feel embarrassed to say things that we like about ourselves, but it's so important that you know your worth and you know your value and you know that you're enough just the way that you are. So being able to list those things in your head or on a piece of paper of what makes you special, what makes you unique. And the last one I have on here, and this is certainly not the least, there are tons of things that you can do to show love to yourself. But reading a book, maybe you have a favorite book. Like I said, Miss Pierce loves Harry Potter. Who knows how many times she's read them? But, you know, that is something that Miss Pierce finds comfort in. And being able to read your favorite book, you can find comfort in that too. Or maybe there's a new book you've been wanting to read. Taking time, slowing your mind down, showing yourself love by being able to relax and reading a good book is a great way.
And even if, I mean, I know during this time we really can't go anywhere, but reading a book helps you go on different adventures. And so like Miss Smith said, Harry Potter for me takes me to a whole different world. And so if you don't like Harry Potter, find a book or find a series that you really, really like, and just allow it to take you away for a little bit and really just put yourself in that book and experience new things.
Yes. Okay, friends, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little activity. We're going to walk you through it, and this is something that you can definitely do at home. All you're going to need is a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. If you have colors or markers, that's great too. Either one is fine. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to find a piece of paper. It can be a colored piece of paper. It can be a plain white piece of paper. It can be a piece of notebook paper, however you would like to do it. And you're going to write your name on that piece of paper. I suggest turning it fat ways, like a hamburger, not hot dog style. I don't know if your teacher uses that. Not hot dog, but hamburger sideways, okay? And you're going to write your name on that piece of paper, okay? Preferably in the middle of it. You can design it fancy. You can just write it. You can decorate your name however you'd like to.
It's all yours.
Yes, but I want you to write your name.
Be creative.
Okay? And then you're going to list the things that you like about yourself. Remember just a moment ago, I told you about making a list like that? So listing things you can like about yourself, that's going to include your abilities. So an ability is like, I can run super fast, or I'm really good at basketball, or I'm really good at math. I'm great at reading. Those are your abilities, the things that you can do, okay? Another thing that you're going to list on there is your character traits. Okay, that's the qualities of who you are. Are you kind? Are you a good listener? Are you giving? Are you trustworthy? Can you be trusted? So those are character traits. So whatever character traits that you feel like you have, you're going to list those on there. And the last thing you're going to list are physical traits that you like about yourself. So a physical trait is the way that you look, like your hair. Do you like your hair? Do you like your eyes? Do you like your long legs? Do you like your feet? Any of that. Those are physical traits, okay? So we kind of did this activity on the whiteboard over here. And Miss Pierce is actually going to point out the one that I did. And I just did it very quickly. If I did this at home, I would make my list a little bit longer and more creative and make it look more pretty.
So just a couple examples. So this is Miss Smith's. She wrote her name. This will be in the middle of your paper. And she wrote different things she likes about herself. So she is kind. She's caring. She's driven. She's smart. And she's a good listener. So when you make this, make sure that we'll add a little bit more, but make sure you're adding things like your abilities, your character traits, and your physical traits. And you can even share it with a family member or friend. Now, I chose to do one about someone I know, and that is my mom. Hey, Mom. And so you can do this with a family or a friend just to show that you accept them for who they are and you appreciate them. And so for my mom, I wrote Mom. And I wrote she's a hard worker. She's the hardest worker I know. She's very humble. She's a good cook. Oh, my goodness. Growing up with all that Southern food, oh, man, I wish I was back. She's very loving. She's caring, and she's adventurous. And then I would share this with my mom, which hopefully you're watching. So I would share this with her, and we would just have a conversation about it and just tell her that I'm proud of her and I accept her for who she is, and I'm thankful for her.
Yes. So if you would like to do this, clearly we didn't have, the ability to do it and make it the most creative here. But if I were doing this at home and I was doing I might draw flowers. I might make it really, really bright and colorful. So however you would like to do that, this would make a great little gift.
Especially for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up, guys. This is a good present.
Or anything just to show people kindness as well and show them that you accept them and that you care about them. So just to recap, we talked about acceptance and self-confidence today and what that means and how we can believe in ourselves no matter what. No matter if we're having a hard day, no matter if maybe we made a mistake or we didn't do as great on a lesson like we thought we would, you can accept yourself for who you are and still believe in yourself. As well as accepting others, no matter what they look like, what their abilities are, still showing kindness to them. So we just want to, this is our last lesson with you guys. There will be a brand new set of, there will be a brand new set of counselors here for elementary for the next 3 weeks.
3 weeks,
yes, but we had a great time doing lessons with you guys.
We enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we love and miss y'all so much.
We miss you so much. We love you. Please, if you need anything, reach out to Ms. Pierce or I, as well as contact your teachers and your school counselors if you need anything. Y'all have a great week, and we will see you again later.
Bye, guys.